Hello, I'm going to show you how to create model and object in 3ds Studio Max. We're going to start by going to the create and creating a torso. We're going to then drag it out in the viewport. I'm choosing the left viewport. Alright, the settings I have for my torso, it's 6 sides with 12 segments. We're going to make yours that. Radius can be whatever you want it to be because you're determining the size of it. Okay, from there, we're going to try and edit poly on it. When you get the poly added to it, we're going to now go over to the sub selection and add a poly modifier. Sorry, a poly selection. We're going to select the 4 faces and holding shift, we're going to extrude on the Z axis by pulling up while holding shift. Then we're going to go over to the scale tool. And we're going to scale down in the Z axis just to flatten out those the extrusion. Now we're going to extrude in the Y axis, or extrude, we're going to scale in the Y axis. I think I made it a little too far out, so I'm probably going to move it down a little more closer to the base of the torus, so make it's not so long. Cool, I like that. From here, we're going to now select the vertex sub selection mode. And we're going to select these 4 vertices. Then we're going to go over to the scale tool and we're going to scale it down in all 4 axes just to make it a bit more round. We want to grab the bottom vertices at the base of where we extruded the polygons for the torus and scale those out on the y-axis a little just to make it even, just to get that round shape. Okay, now we're going to go over to the polygon selection tool. And we're going to scale in all the axes. We're going to scale inward by holding shift and scaling inward. Just a little bit, not too much. Then we're going to go over to the move tool. And we're going to move it down just slightly. The scales what I'm doing here right now is just to get to maintain the shape so it doesn't, if when you smooth it out, it won't look too round. So by scaling just slightly in, I'm able to just create a crease that will keep that shape once I smooth it out. So here I extrude in and I moved it down. And I scaled in a little bit again just to maintain that shape. Now we're gonna grab the move tool again, and this time we're gonna scale upwards. So you're gonna hold shift and move in the z-axis upward, just a little, just to create another hard edge there. Then we're gonna move it all the way up now to get the length of what we want. Perfect. And to maintain this shape here, once it's smoothed out, we will scale in a little, just like we did at the bottom, just to maintain this shape by creating a hard edge there and scaling in. And there we go. We have our torus just model out of the shape of what we want, model out of a torus. We're gonna go to the turbo smooth. Gonna do an iteration of 3. And there it is. Now, if you're trying to do this with 2 objects instead of just 1 like I did here, I'm going to show you how to do that now. I'm going to start by deleting part of the mesh, the part we just extruded out. I'm going to delete that part. Okay, now that I have it deleted, I can create the cylinder to create the second object. So we're going to go back to the create tab, and we're going to create a cylinder. We want to make sure the cylinder we're creating will have 8 sides, so let's just create it, and then we can create the 8 sides so it'll match up with the first object. We're moving it into place. Then we're going to make sure the sides are the same as the first object. Now that we've made it the same size as the first object, we're going to attach them both. To attach them, you're going to select the first object with the editable poly that you've created. Now that you select it, make sure you're on the sub-object edit poly modifier. You're going to scroll down the list and look for attach. You're going to click attach. Then you're going to click on the object you want to attach to this object. There we go. Now they're both one object. Also, you can see when you turbo smooth it, it smooths them both because they're now considered one object. Here's a tip: if you'd like to work on this object but you can't get access to it, you can simply go over to the selection stack and select element, which will allow you to select the individual objects you have there. Even though they're one, you can still select them as an element and select them as one separate object. This way you can actually move another object out of the way if you'd like to work on another object you've attached to it. And when it's done, you can go back to element mode and then move the object back into place. And there you have it. You've recreated the object with two different objects and get the same results. Hope that helps you. Thanks for checking out the video. Catch you all later.